AC machines to three-phase induction motors. The objectives are necessity of double gauge rotor motor and a construction feature of double gauge rotor motor and working of double gauge rotor motor with diagram, torque slip characteristics of double gauge rotor motor. And advantages of double gauge rotor motor. Necessity of double gauge rotor motor. The main disadvantage of squirrel cage induction motor is its poor starting torque of its lower rotor resistance. So there is no way to insert external resistance as the winding is permanently short circuited. So here the starting torque is poor, so we have to improve the starting torque. How can we improve in starting torque in squirrel cage motor? There is no way. There is no possibility to improve the starting torque in double gauge rotor motor. So in single cage, in squirrel cage rotor motor. So why it is the winding is permanently short circuited. So if high resistance rotor bars are used, the starting torque will be more, but the efficiency is poor because of more rotor copper losses. So very important, carefully. High resistance rotor bars are used, the starting torque will be more, but so there is one disadvantage. What is the disadvantage? Efficiency is poor. So why efficiency is poor? Because the presence of high resistance, the motor copper losses are high. The motor copper losses are more. So this is not possible. Now, no external resistance can be added at the time of starting because its cage is permanently short circuited. The starting torque of the squirrel cage motors are improved by using double cage rotor. So very important. Here the starting torque squirrel cage motors are improved by using double cage rotor. So therefore a method of obtaining comparatively high rotor resistance at starting to give good starting torque. It's very important here to comparatively high rotor resistance at starting to give good starting torque and low resistance when running to give good efficiency in cage low rotor resistance when running to give good efficiency in cage motors. So this is the double cage. Here this is outer, this is the outer, this one is inner cage. Here inner cage winding slots, inner cage winding has low R and high X. Low R and high X. Outer cage winding has high R and low X. So this is the additional they are using here. This is the additional cases outer. So why here outer is resistance is high? So it improves the starting torque. Outer is it improves as the starting torque, and here and that here this improves the at the starting time starting torque. Here is outer cage resistance. Why a high resistance? It is used high resistance for. Now inner cage under running conditions. Under running condition inner cage is working. So low resistance, that means the efficiency is high. So these are the diagram. See this diagram. See once again carefully. Rotor bar, copper end rings, laminated framing iron core, welded at joints, short circuit ending rings, copper or aluminum bars. This is finished squirrel cage rotor. The construction of double cage induction motor efforts have proved that high starting torque in squirrel cage motors can be achieved by using double cage, two independent cage windings rotors. So in double cage rotor consists of two separate cages on the rotor as shown in figure 1 and figure 2. So in double cage rotor there are separate cages on the rotors and shown in figure 3. So figure 3 shows two rotor punching for double cage rotor motors. The outer cage consists of high resistance alloy such as brass, and the inner cage has low resistance copper losses. Rotor punchings for double cage rotor. See this one. So here this one is A and this one is P. Are A ఇది B. Figure 3 shows two rotor punching for double cage motors. The inner cage made up of bars as deeply embedded in the rotor, and it has bars of large cross sectional and low resistance. See here this is large cross sectional. Large cross sectional means when the cross sectional area is high, then the resistance of this bar is less. Here the cross sectional area is less, the resistance is high. Has bars of small cross section. Its reactance is low and resistance is high. At starting, the frequency of the rotor induced EMF or current is high, as same as stator supply. So the reactance of the inner cage XL is 2 pi FL. Its impedance are both high. Hence, a very little current flows in it. So most of the rotor current will flow through the high resistance outer cage and high starting torque is obtained. As the speed increases, that rotor frequency decreases maybe 1 or 2 Hz. Under normal running conditions, the reactance and hence the most of current flows through the inner low resistance cage. Hence, it develops greater part of the motor torque. Under normal running conditions, the frequency of the rotor EMF is so small that reactance of both cages can be neglected. The current is carried by two cages in parallel, giving a low combined resistance. Thus, rotor copper losses I square R will not be high. So therefore, will not adversely affect the motor efficiency. Therefore, giving a high efficiency under running conditions. Let's see this one. Here, this is outer cage torque. This is the outer cage torque. Slip is equal to 0. And this is the inner cage torque. Inner cage torque. Here, at starting time, the starting time means the rotor equal to 0 position. The rotor is not rotating at the starting time. Slip is 1. From the outer cage, the starting torque is high. Here, the starting torque is high in outer cage. In inner cage, the starting torque is low. This combination, this inner cage and outer cage combination will give the double cage rotor. This is the starting torque. This is the starting torque. Then it is the double cage rotor is, it is the combination of outer cage and inner cage torques. Outer cage and inner cage torques. So here, so this inner cage torque and this outer cage torque, almost it is linearly decreasing. Outer cage torque. Why? It is high resistance. So inner case, outer case, low resistance. So it is going in this way. So this and this combination which gives the double cage rotor. When S is equal to 0, N is equal to Ns, the torque will be 0. And S is equal to 1, N is equal to 0, the torque will be, starting torque will be high. This is the torque slip characteristics. And torque slip characteristics of double cage motor is shown figure 4. When slip S is equal to 1, a great portion of torque is constructed by outer cage. During running, the outer cage contributes only a small portion of the total torque. Advantages: a high starting torque and good efficiency during running conditions, useful for frequent starting under heavy load conditions. No need of maintaining slip rings and brushes when compared to wound rotor. Here comparatively low copper losses under normal running condition. Here the possibility of starting the motor direct online because of comparatively low starting current. The summary is, still now, so we discussed necessity of double cage rotor motor, construction feature of double cage rotor motor, working double gauge rotor motor with diagram, and motor slip characteristics of double cage rotor motor. Advantages of double cage rotor motor. Thank you.